I discovered my client's medical records were altered after her surgery. The hospital's lawyer never saw me coming. You don't have a case, the fifth attorney told me before showing me the door. Surgical complications happen. Without clear negligence, it's just bad luck. I was exhausted. For 8 months, I've been trying to find someone to take my client Sarah's case. A routine gallbladder removal had left her with severed bile ducts, 3 additional surgeries, and permanent liver damage. At 34, she now needed medication for the rest of her life. The hospital claimed it was a known complication. Their records showed everything was done properly. I almost declined the case too. Then Sarah mentioned something odd. The surgeon told my husband he accidentally cut something during the operation, but in the follow-up appointment, he said there were no mistakes. That single inconsistency made me look closer. I requested Sarah's complete medical records, not just the surgical notes, but everything: nurses' notes, anesthesia records, medication logs, even shift change reports. Most attorneys only review the surgical summary, but 15 years as a medical malpractice attorney had taught me that details matter. 3 weeks of mind-numbing review later, I found it. The electronic medical record showed the surgery ended at 2:17 p.m. with no complications noted, but a handwritten note from recovery room nurse Alicia Martinez documented Sarah's arrival at 3:45 p.m. with surgeon reports accidental transection of bile duct during difficult dissection. The time and stamps didn't match. There was a 90-minute gap. I subpoenaed the hospital's electronic access logs, the digital fingerprints showing who accessed Sarah's records and when. What I found was damning. The surgeon had logged into Sarah's chart at 11:42 p.m. that night, spending 24 minutes in the surgical notes section. During deposition, I started with standard questions about the surgery. The surgeon, Dr. Kaplan, confidently described a textbook procedure with unfortunate but unavoidable complications. And you documented these notes immediately after surgery, correct? I asked. So you completed your notes at 2:17 p.m. as the time and stamp shows? Then can you explain how Nurse Martinez documented at 3:45 p.m. that you reported an accidental transection? His face flushed. The hospital's attorney tried to call a break, but I wasn't finished. And can you explain why you accessed Sarah's chart again at 11:42 p.m. that night for 24 minutes? The room went silent. The hospital's attorney was frantically writing notes. I may have clarified some details, Dr. Kaplan stammered. Clarified or changed? I pushed. 2 days later, the hospital's attorney called with a settlement offer, $175,000. I laughed and hung up. The next week, I deposed Nurse Martinez. She confirmed that Dr. Kaplan had explicitly stated he cut the wrong duct and was going to have to call in a specialist to repair it. I also subpoenaed the hospital's IT department and discovered something even more disturbing. The electronic medical record system tracked changes but didn't display them in standard views. A forensic IT expert helped us recover the original surgical notes, which clearly documented the error. When I presented this evidence to the hospital's attorney along with a list of other witnesses, we planned to depose including 3 nurses who would testify about the surgeon's reputation for altering records. The tone changed dramatically. What's your demand? She asked tersely. $3.2 million, I replied. Sarah's lifetime care costs, lost wages, pain and suffering, and yes, punitive damages for the record's alteration. They countered with $2.8 million. We settled at $3 million after the case closed. I received an anonymous email from someone at the hospital. It wasn't the first time, but because of you, it will be the last. Dr. Kaplan has been suspended pending review. Sarah used part of her settlement to create a patient advocacy foundation, helping others navigate medical errors. She named it the Paper Trail, a reminder that sometimes justice is hidden in the details others don't bother to read. I now teach a seminar for young attorneys called the 90-Minute Gap, showing them how to find the discrepancies that break open cases everyone else has dismissed. Because sometimes winning isn't about having the strongest case, it's about being the only one who notices what everyone else missed.